Hi, this video is an overview of Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011. We'll start out with the different ways to access CRM. First and most popular is probably the Outlook client interface. And here you notice within Microsoft Outlook you have full access to the CRM application. We've integrated with the toolbars at the top, provide a full functionality ribbon. And if you look down here on the left, in the tree, you'll notice that CRM, the entire application, is actually embedded in Microsoft Outlook. This is unlike any other CRM product on the market, giving you full access to CRM right from within Microsoft Outlook. For sending and receiving email, I can track my email correspondence in the CRM database by simply right-clicking on this record and choosing to track in CRM and or to set it in regards to a specific company. Here I can search for the company and create a new company if the company name I'm looking for does not exist. Once that's tracked in CRM, you'll notice the icon changes to differentiate this email to let me know that it's being tracked in CRM and it's set in regards to this account and these other related records. Now this record is part of the CRM database as a historical record if I was to look under the activities of that account or that contact or opportunity, etc. When creating new email, I have the same option to track and set this in regards to a specific opportunity, account, etc. You can do the same thing with calendar items. Here if I go to my calendar, I can see I have some meetings here. These meetings can be tracked in CRM as CRM records, as this one is. I could also create new appointments and track those in CRM. Same holds true for contacts. Again, notice the icon differentiates the record as a CRM contact quickly. And tasks. From the CRM menu on the left, I can look at all of the CRM record data. I can start with my workplace and look at things like dashboards. And you may have a dashboard. You may have a dashboard that's assigned to you or that you're able to create on your own as a custom dashboard. And these dashboards can be comprised of virtually any type of iframe, web resource, graph or chart, or list of account records that are in CRM. This is a view of maybe my current sales pipeline deals, some of my current activities here, leads for marketing campaigns that I'm working on, and maybe service cases that are related to customers or my accounts. To collaborate and share ideas, we have a few different options available. If you look at the Microsoft Dynamics Marketplace, there you'll find some free solutions and some other chargeable solutions depending on the level of functionality that you're looking for. This solution is a free solution that allows me to post feeds to discussion groups or individuals. I can monitor what's going on with those different feeds, look at my own feed or search for different criteria. I can also look at the available feeds here for discussion groups, company feeds, or individual feeds, and subscribe or unsubscribe to those different feeds. This is just one example of collaboration activities that you can use within the tool. Here I have a quick list view to my activities for the day within CRM. I can also sort this by activity type, and you notice I can create these quick views at the top. If I like those views, I can pin them and use those as views that I regularly look at. Another thing you'll notice that we take advantage of Microsoft Outlook and the Office interface here with the ability to highlight records in red, for example, or different colors. So I can use conditional formatting within Outlook to differentiate how these records look or stand out depending on whatever information I want. And I can do that with all different record types, contacts, accounts, any of the records within the system. We also take advantage of the Outlook preview pane here at the bottom. Another thing we can do is right-click on these records and set categories or follow-ups. This allows me to interact and work with the CRM data in very similar ways that I'm used to within Outlook. As I look at opportunities, again, I can see the different views, the ability to add multiple tabs, search, filter, look at the preview of these records. For opportunities, accounts, contacts, marketing information, marketing activities, you name it. Let's take a look at the account record in a little more detail. This is the account record for Microsoft. In this example, Microsoft is one of my customers. I've set up some basic fields here. Most of these are this way out of the box. I've also added in a component called Inside View here. We have several different things you can plug in to your forms and to the application like this, again from the Dynamics Marketplace, that can potentially give you some insight on the account and look at some different related information related to that account. Other basic information here on the form, active contacts, notes, activities. Here's some attachments. There's a few ways that I can store attachments to this account. And one of those ways is to simply come up here and just add and click Attach File and add an attachment to that account. Another option is some nice integration that we've done here with SharePoint. Here within Documents we have some very nice integration that's been created to integrate with SharePoint. And in this scenario, you can set up documents to point to a specific SharePoint document library, or you can have it automatically generate a new document library for this record. Once that's created and provisioned on the fly, you can then drag and drop documents into this folder, check in and check out documents, just as you would with SharePoint. Here I can look at activities that are going on with this account, and I can see several of my coworkers doing different activities with this Microsoft account. Having this accessible from the account screen based on my security potentially gives me the ability to know what's going on with this account in all different ways. Here I have closed activities. You'll see emails here that have been tracked, as well as many other items. Here I also have connections. Connections give me the ability to map individuals at that organization or at my organization with roles and descriptions, so I can quickly identify who plays what role and any details about that role. I can also look at opportunities, quotes, orders, any service information or marketing campaigns or activities that have occurred with this account as well. Let's take a look at dashboards and reports a bit closer. Here I have my basic dashboards. As I mentioned before, these charts and graphs are all real-time and live data that are constantly being refreshed as I re-render the page or as I refresh the chart here above. This is the web interface, and from any browser on any PC, you'll be able to get to the web client as well. The web client has all of the same functionality that's available within the Outlook client, and here I've come in and I'm looking at dashboards now, and I'm looking at dashboards now from a national perspective for my sales team. Here I have open opportunities for East, West, Central accounts. I've got my individual pipelines for each of those territories. And below here I've got some views into forecasts of goals here, so I can see the different territories and how they're actually doing against several different statistics. Most of these charts are out of the box. You can customize these, you can create your own as well. As I drill into this data, this is an easy way to run reports and to look at the data a little bit deeper. By simply expanding this chart, I can actually run the results of the chart, pulling back all of the records, this showing me all of the opportunities within the West pipeline by stage that they're in. To sort this even further, I can simply click on the chart and return the results. If I want to look at those results in a different type of chart by a different filter, I can do that as well. And you can continue to drill into this data and look at it and slice it and dice it in different ways. To turn those filters off, I simply do this, refresh my chart. And you can do this with any of the data, dashboard components, list views, all of those items. You can look at the data in these different ways, visually and in list views. I can also always just simply export this to Excel or actually run a SQL Server report against this data and take a look at it. We've built SQL Server and all of the components of SQL Server into the Cloud CRM application. So again, you don't need anything installed locally to make this happen. I can simply run all of this from the cloud and render it down to my browser. Now that I have my SQL Server report, I can slice this in different ways, sort it, and do things like print it or export it to Excel or Word or a CSV file. In this case, I've chosen to export it to Excel. Now if I look at this in Excel, I could save this to my desktop. Now that I'm looking at this in Excel, I could save this to my desktop, and you'll also notice that I could have chosen to save this as a dynamic worksheet. And if I had done that, I would have been able to open this up and simply click on Refresh from CRM and actually pull the data back from the CRM without having any other CRM application open. This further shows some nice functionality and integration with Excel and Microsoft Office. Next, I want to talk about automating sales tasks. We have two different ways to do this. We can run workflows or run dialogues. Workflows allow me to automate tasks, typically without any user interaction. I can use workflows to automatically create calendar appointments for individuals, send emails to customers, create new activities, or update sales pipeline stages, different record information, or share information with other applications on behalf of the system. And these things can be triggered by different events or activities that the users do. Dialogues, on the other hand, are a nice way to control what type of information you're gathering as somebody is potentially on the phone with the customer or filling out a form. Let's look at a quick example of a dialogue. Here I'm looking at leads, and I'm going to run a lead qualification dialogue. Within the dialogue form, I can have multiple questions, and they can be all different types of questions, whether they're radio buttons or open text fields or drop-down boxes. I also have an area where I can enter in some tip text on the right to give the person asking the question some background information, as well as a comments section below where I can capture comments. This is the out-of-the-box way that the dialogue forms work. They're very easy to create and very powerful in what they can do. You can launch child workflows from these dialogues. So in this example, if I create a service case or a product request, I could be populating in the background a new product opportunity or a new service case and provide different follow-up questions for the next screen depending on which one of those I choose. Next, I want to talk about goals. Goals give us a way to set up targets for either revenue-based or account-based activities. If I look at some goals in detail here I have again my central, east, and west, and a corporate goal that all of those roll up to. In this case, they're revenue-based activities, but they could be for types of new customer engagements, successfully closed service cases, you name it. This goal consists of a target of $15 million, a date range, and some child goals. And these child goals consist of east, west, and central region forecast goals. Now let's look at the central region goal. This goal, again, has a custom time period, a target of $5 million, and some actuals here. If I want to look at those actual records, I can click on the actual records here and look at the individual deals as well as the deals in progress. Again, goals provide a great way to look at attainment against a particular number of any type of information in the CRM system. You're also able to build charts and graphs and reports based on the activities and performance of those goals.